Have you ever felt like you've given everything to someone, your love, your time, your attention, and they still don't seem to care? It's like no matter how much you try, you just can't get the love and respect you deserve. Well, what if I told you the secret isn't to give more, but to give less, much less? What if the answer is silence? You see, this might sound crazy, but in relationships, whether with a partner, a friend, or even family, silence is your ultimate superpower. It's not weakness, it's strength. And today, I'm going to reveal why you've been giving your power away, how silence can shift the balance, and why walking away can be the most empowering thing you ever do. 1. The trap you don't see coming. It starts innocently enough. You meet someone you care about, someone you want to be there for. You pour all your energy into them, your time, your heart, and sometimes even your dignity. You bend over backward to please them. But over time, something starts to feel off. You notice that they aren't giving anything back. They expect you to keep giving, and when you do, they take it for granted. Here's the shocker. They're not taking you for granted because they don't see your value. No, it's because they know they can get away with it. They've already learned that you will give everything, and in return, they don't have to give a thing. Your devotion feeds their ego, but they don't have to feed you back. This is the trap you've been falling into. 2. You've been playing their game, but it's time to stop. What happens when you react to their indifference? What do you get? More pain. More disappointment. More of them treating you like you're invisible. You wait for their text, staring at your phone for hours, and when they finally reply, it's cold and distant. Sound familiar? They've already made up their mind. You've lost your value to them. The relationship is no longer about love or respect. It's about control. But the worst part? They know exactly how much you care. They know how much you're willing to do for them. And they're using it to their advantage. They don't need to put in effort, because you're already doing all the work. Every sacrifice you make just fuels their need to stay in control, and every time you bend over backward, they push you further away, seeing how far you'll go before you break. 3. Fear is holding you back. You might be thinking, but I love them. How can I just walk away? And I get it. It's terrifying to think of letting go of someone you've invested so much in. The fear of being alone, the fear that they'll move on without you, it's suffocating. But here's the thing, the real fear should be of wasting another moment on someone who doesn't see your worth. How much longer are you willing to lose yourself for someone who wouldn't notice if you disappeared tomorrow? It's painful to admit, but deep down you know the truth. They don't care like you do. They never did. And that's where silence comes in. When you stop chasing, stop begging for their attention, you take back control. Silence is not weakness, it's your strength. It's the moment you say, I don't need your approval to feel whole. 4. Reclaiming your power through silence. So what happens when you stop reacting? The game ends. They lose control. The silence you fear is actually the most powerful tool you have. Imagine this, every time you don't react to their petty games, every time you don't rush to fix their mess, you're sending a loud, clear message. You're telling them you're no longer playing by their rules. And the best part? They don't know how to handle it. When they don't get the reaction they expect, it's like the rug gets pulled out from under them. Suddenly, they're forced to confront the fact that you don't need them. They've been playing a game with you, and now the game is over. You've broken free. 5. Stop letting them use your pain for their gain. The sad truth is that some people build their sense of power on your pain. Think about it. How many times have you felt hurt by their actions, only for them to come back and expect everything to be okay? How many times have they brushed off your feelings, acting like your sacrifices meant nothing? What they don't realize is that you've been fueling their sense of importance by allowing them to take from you. Every time they see you hurting, they feel powerful. Why? Because they know you'll always be there. But when you walk away, when you stop feeding them your energy, their false throne crumbles. Here's the shocking part, they will feel it. When you stop reacting, when you stop chasing, they will feel the weight of your absence. They'll realize that their sense of power was never real, It was built on your pain. 6. Walking away isn't giving up, it's growing up. You've been led to believe that walking away means you've lost. But in reality, walking away is the beginning of your growth. You're not giving up on love. You're giving up on a toxic pattern. You're reclaiming your peace, your happiness, and your self-worth. And here's where it gets even more surprising. When you finally let go, when you stop waiting for them to change, your life will begin to transform. You'll start to see things clearly. The person you thought you needed to be happy, you'll realize you've always had the strength to be happy on your own. 7. The mask will shatter. People who treat you badly often wear a mask of indifference. They want the world to think they're fine without you, that they don't need you. But here's the thing, the mask will crack. Without your constant presence, without you propping up their ego, they will start to feel the emptiness inside. And guess what? That mask of "I don't care" won't be able to hold up forever. When you stop showing up for their circus, when you stop reacting to their drama, they'll have to face the truth. They were only holding it together because of you. And when that mask shatters, they will regret losing you. 8. You're not irreplaceable, you're unique. They might try to replace you. They'll move on to someone new, thinking they can find the same connection. But here's the truth, you cannot be replaced. No matter how hard they try, they won't find another person who brings the same energy, the same love, the same care you gave them. They'll try to fill the void with someone new, but it won't work. The new person won't have your history, your understanding, your support. And eventually, they'll realize it. They'll realize they lost someone irreplaceable. 9. You're ready to rise. You've been through the pain, the heartbreak, and the disappointment. But now, it's time for something amazing, your comeback. This isn't about revenge. It's not about showing them they were wrong. It's about evolving into the best version of yourself. It's about showing the world that you are no longer defined by someone else's treatment of you. They thought you'd stay down, that they'd broken you for good. But you've been planning your rise. You've been preparing for this moment. And when they see your glow, your strength, and your confidence, they will realize they lost someone extraordinary. 10. The only power you have is the power you give away. In the end, it all comes down to this. You are the one holding the power. You've been giving it away, but now, it's time to take it back. When you stop chasing, stop reacting, and stop begging for validation, you reclaim your power.